We do love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Get in there. Get in there. Absolutely buzzing. What a Christmas. What a win. What a performance. What a fucking team. What a club. Absolutely buzzing. Buzzing. So happy. What a day. 500 subs I hit today, which is unreal for 12 weeks. Literally, I think it was 12 weeks yesterday. My first video went out. Insane. I got told if you have 1,000 after a year, it's a really good barometer. It means you're doing well. So doing something right to it, half of that in 3 months. And big shout out to me brothers from another mothers, as you know. Myself, Darren and Dillo are very close. So all the Leeds bros, congratulations to on it, innit? You know, it's quite ironic of it on the same day. It's unbelievable, to be fair. And then to see that today, yeah, unbelievable feeling today. What a Christmas. So happy. Let's get into some of these comments. Smash like, subscribe. Hey up, Dan, I hope you're well. Top banana, Matty, since you got that shirt, what's happened to Aaronson? So it's behind me, just can't quite see it, but yeah, fair play, mate. Fair play. Doing some good stuff in it, really. Danny said it'd be a close game. It was in terms of scoreline, but I think we absolutely battered them. But yeah, in scoreline, it was close. I can't argue with that. I tipped 3-0. It could have been 6 or 7, couldn't it? Great 3 points today, all of the promotion candidates drawing. Yeah, unbelievable, mate. These results around Christmas time for us have been massive. Absolutely massive. For obviously Sheffield United getting beat by Burnley. Some people wanted a draw in that one. Didn't really matter with Burnley and Sheffield United drawing today. It's just, you know, what's that? 2 clear, 3 clear to Burnley. Goal difference is worth an extra point, and you can see a gap starting to appear now, can't you? Congratulations on the 500 subs. Cheers, Danny. You've been here since day one, mate. Much appreciated. All your support. Love you a bit. Thanks a lot, pal. Harry Burns, I'm absolutely buzzing. Matty lad, get in. Yeah, man. Richard Woodthorpe. I think we are still missing too many chances, but I will take a 1-0 any day. And what a great goal it was when it came. Fantastic, top of the league for the new year. Honestly, mate. So I'm so happy. Even Matty in everyone. Even the CB. Sean Healy, congrats on the 5-ton, Matty. Delighted for you. Thanks, Sean. Thanks so much, buddy. Top banana. Well done, Matty. Thank you. 9 points over 9 for Christmas. Yep, brilliant. Hiya, Rose. Hope you well. Great stuff, Matty. Sid G, thank you. Good evening, Matty. I hope you're well. Buzzing. What a performance. So happy. So happy. Aaronson, man of match. Yeah, so just quickly before I go on, just so you see, with both channels now, myself and on Leeds Bros, we're sponsored for, it was supposed to be for January, but we've come in a little bit early. But all of January, sponsored by O'Reilly's Autographs. I've put the link in the description and the chat if you want to check him out. He's a lifelong friend of mine, the O'Reilly's family from Leeds. Beautiful family. And yeah, he's about a couple of years now, I think. He's been chasing autographs as Casey. He goes round all on his own, well, with his kids sometimes, and he'll spend 6, 7, 8 hours outside training ground. He'll go scouting celebrities when they come do gigs. He's got all sorts of autographs. It's a passion of his, and he's made it into a little bit of a side hustle. Everything he does is genuine, authentic, from the shop direct. So he gets the pieces signed by him. In front of him, takes photos, has certificates of authentication, I think is a word. And yeah, just to be sponsored by him, going to try and push his stuff a little bit. He does raffles over there. Go check him out on Instagram. Does raffles, sells signed shirts, some framed, some unframed, all sorts of memorabilia over there. I've got Matteo Joseph signed with a certificate. I won the Lucas Radaby on a raffle, which is absolutely class. He waited behind when he were at Ellen Road the other week and got that signed. Raffled it off. He's a really good guy. Yeah, he's got a couple of podcasts out himself as Casey, top guy. So go check him out. I won't waffle on too much because I know sponsors can annoy people, but yeah, he's a really good guy, big Leeds fan. Go check out O'Reilly's Autographs. Thank you so much. Oh wow, what a day! Honestly, 1-0. I tipped 3-0. I thought we'd batter them. I think we did. I think when you look at, you know, the game to the eye test, the stats back it up as well. I thought we're outstanding, but yeah, like I say, Vern Aaronson played a match for me. Yeah, it was for me, mate. It was for me. I'm gonna try and get through a few of these comments. Honestly, 36 people in here. Thanks so much. If you're new here, stick a like on video, please, everyone. Sub if you're new. Say I've just hit 500 subs today. I'm absolutely buzzing. Well done on the 503, Matty. Thank you, Michael. Matty, it was a tough match, as Joe Wimmer mentioned, going into this match. Derby up there levels. I saw the first goal was good. Yeah, well, it just went on a little bit too long before we got it, didn't it, mate? Would have liked that earlier, but we still played brilliant. That was a really good first half of football, I thought. Even in my, it's Happy New Year. It will be, mate. Yeah. Congrats on the subs, mate. Thank you. Still look back at this week being the most. Yeah, honestly, Sean, you beat me to that, mate. I would say so. I would say it could be the most important week, 10 days of Leeds this season. It's gone really well on it. It really has. Nige, hey up, Nige, hope you're well. Congratulations on your subs onwards of 1,000. Yeah, I can't wait, mate. But yeah, it just proves I'm doing something right on it that you all come here and watch. And you know, I said to Darren earlier, I thought I'd only last 2 weeks and I'd give it up because people would think I was shite. But I'm doing something right, so much appreciated. It means a lot. It really does. Put a lot of effort into this. So thank you. Good performance overall. Bit bitty second half, but deserved. We improve our finish in the new year and we piss the league. Very true, Duncan. 100%. Elizabeth, that's the wife. Thanks, babe. Well done, those subs. Thank you. Ren, great result today, bro. It was, mate. It really was. We definitely need 9 in January. Yeah, potentially. Prolific strike. We win that 4-0. It's a win. More than half a season gone. The gap is forming, but no in defence, but in the league where it counts. Yeah, I agree, mate. Matthew Hall. Happy with the result, but not sure what Nonto offers. Prefer James on the right. The Joseph Pirro argument is now sorted. Pirro all day long. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get into this now. So yeah, line up. To be fair, I expected changes. I said in my preview, I thought there might be 3 or 4, and I was right. I think there were 4 in total. I expected one, if not both, wingers to just get freshened up. You know, James, like I say, I think James is star man in the league right now. I think he's the form player, let alone winger at Leeds United plus in the entire league. I think he's absolutely outstanding. But you have got to rotate, you have got to freshen it up, you know, to keep people like Nonto and Ramazani hungry, happy, going into January especially. You need everyone to be firing and all playing off at the same hymn sheet, really. So I thought it was vital that they mixed it up a little bit today. And they did that. I expected Ampadu to come out. We're playing so many games, 90-minute performances after the big injury. I expected Rothwell to partner Tanaka in middle. He did something I didn't see coming. He took Rothwell out, which what a big move, very big move. Maybe a few changes too many. Some may say. I would have to disagree on that one. I thought we played brilliant. I thought all game we were brilliant. I don't think I've seen a few people say we missed Rothwell. I sort of get what you mean. You missed Rothwell's driving with ball and, you know, that creative spark up towards the top end of the pitch. But I don't think you missed him on set pieces. I think the delivery were quite good from Ramazani and Aaronson when it came in. I don't think it was too poor, to be honest. And I do think with Ampadu and Tanaka there, it give much more of a solid base for the front players to go play the stuff. And yeah, you will always lose the attributes of Rothwell is so good, you know, driving ball forward, grabbing game at scruff of neck and going forward. But I think when you look at how many big chances we sort of missed and how many chances we created tonight, I don't think you can say we really missed Rothwell. I think it was a great decision. It freshens him up, you know. It keeps him fresh, maybe to start again against Blackburn at home. So many games in quick succession. I think he's shown his cards though there as Farker and shown that Ampadu's his man in that midfield, and it's somebody to partner him, which I didn't think could happen. I've always said that maybe Aaronson will drop out and we'll put 3 midfield. I don't see that happening now because Aaronson's, you know, probably in the best form in terms of a stint of run of games as he's ever been at Leeds United. His numbers are proving that, and even the eye test is looking fairly good. He'll always miss 1 or 2 biggest chances a game. That's just Brendan Aaronson. He will, but he's doing some good stuff at the minute. And yeah, ever since I got my my shirt from my sister for Christmas, he's coming up trumps. He's embarrassing me a little bit. Let's get into some of these again. Everyone was saying they were too good at home. We could be in trouble. Honestly, but yeah, I get it. They're okay at home. They're pretty good at home. They win a couple, they lose a couple. They're all right. Not good enough for us. I think I was so confident because we battered them at Ellen Road only a few weeks ago. Yeah, but not battered in terms of scoreline. It were only 2-0. But they offered nothing at Ellen Road. I know away from home we battered, but out of that Stoke performance, I knew we'd be bouncing today. And I thought we started the game like house on fire. Absolute house on fire. Could have been a couple of goals up pretty sharpish, to be fair. Melia did make an okay save in this game as well. One I'd expect him to make, but he did his bit as well to keep a clean sheet. But hey up, gents. Hey up, mate. Harry Burn, Sheffield United have Sunderland and Watford next. Can only be a good thing for us, hopefully. Yeah, 100%, Harry. You know, you look around at some of these sides rounds and some really difficult games for them coming up, and I can see that gap coming. I really can. Hey, buddy. Hey, Wilco White. Sean from Wilco White's. Just jumping on to say congratulations on getting 500. You deserve it, my mate. Here's to the next 500. Yeah, thanks so much, Sean. Please, everybody here, Wilco White's. Sean, good friend of mine, really top guy. He had to restart his channel due to some spam subscribers. It really messed his channel up last week. It was called Wilco's Whites. He's had to rebrand as Wilco Whites. Please give him some love. If you want to bang your link in chat, Sean, I don't mind, or if somebody else wants to do that, but please go over and give Wilco Whites a bit of love. I'm really going to push his channel on my channel, so you're going to hear his name said quite a lot on here. So, yeah, please go give Sean some love over at Wilco White's. Top guy, really good content creator. If you like listening to people waffle about Leeds United and you haven't quite got your fill with the thousands what appear to be out there, go check Sean out. You won't regret it. Richard Woodthorpe, how many passes before we put in there? What a great... Honestly, Richard, I don't even know, mate. I tried counting, but I lost count. Maths in my strong point. But, yeah, it was... What a team goal that was. Absolutely unreal team goal. So happy that... When it fell at Brendan, I won't lie, I was a little bit nervous. He ain't a clinical finisher, but wow, he took that goal so well. What a goal. You will easily make 1,000 soon, pal. Thanks, Harry. Mate. Say, it's not all about numbers, really. Today, we're a massive landmark. I was so happy with 500. But, yeah, it's more just... It's like cements the fact that you're doing well because people are liking it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I ain't too hung up on numbers, really, but it's more just... It shows that I'm doing something right, which is massive. So it will be a big miss for Blade. Yeah, I seen that today, Russ. Is he out for the season? I know he said he's gone back to his parent club, hasn't he, for treatment and stuff. But that is massive. I mean, they've already got Arblaster out for the season. Now they're losing Harry Suter. Massive. You know what they'll do, though? They'll go out in January, they'll strengthen, but it's a massive shot in arm to us, is that they've lost another big hitter there, mate, in Suter. Yeah, cheers for that, Russ. Michael, Solomon, Piddle and James have to be starting head of Nonto, Large and Joseph. Nothing against the latter three, but they still look rusty, and until they give Farke something to think about, they should be subs. What I will say on that, Michael, is you've got to have rotation. Do I think Solomon, Piddle and James are the starting three? Yeah, I do, mate. If you had to pick three for a one-off game, they're the three I'd pick. But I saw it coming with wingers today. I didn't quite see Piddle getting dropped for Joseph. What I will say on the Piddle Joseph debacle we've seen loads of times is I really want Farke to just go with one of the strikers. Like, I'm all for rotation, I am. I don't think Piddle needs rotating, to be fair. He's quite fresh. He hasn't picked up many injuries in his career. Definitely not Leeds United. Maybe it's Arsenal. He don't put himself around us. He's not in the engine room. He's not on the wings flying up and down. He's sort of a fox in the box. I feel like he could play a run of games, and I feel like all you're doing whenever you're taking him out the side is you're stunting that progress. Like, for me, Piddle should have started today on the back of 2 goals, flying high with confidence. And I like what Joseph brings. I thought Joseph put himself about today. I think Joseph had 2 big chances that I think Piddle puts one of them away. I won't lie. That one at near post, crossed in by Nonto, beautiful play. I think he maybe gets on that. And that other one where it come across, missed the defender, and he came and he lashed it with his left foot. That's on Piddle's better side. Piddle maybe gets it on target at least. He doesn't tend to have many wild shots, Piddle. They're usually at least on target. So I think he maybe gets one. But I do think after scoring 2 against Stoke, you've got to leave Piddle in there for me. But I do get rotation, a lot of games in quick succession. But I wasn't too down on Nonto and Ramazani playing. I actually thought the first half, they were 2 of his best players. I thought from probably 50 minutes onwards till they got subbed, I thought Ramazani was struggling. Didn't look great in second half. Nonto a bit similar, but I thought first half, I thought Nonto one of the best players on pitch. I thought he was absolutely outstanding that first half. And for anybody who says Nonto and Ramazani can't play in 10, you're talking shit. You are talking shit. You could see we didn't play. The only width we had in that game, especially at first half, were from us fullbacks, Barham and Bogle. Ramazani and Nonto were basically, we were like playing with 3-10s with Aaronson. Nonto was so central at times that Aaronson were drifting out to the left, and Nonto was the most creative player in that first 45. Anybody who says Ramazani and Nonto can't play in 10, you don't. For me, you're wrong. You're wrong. That we practically played with 3-10s and none of them looked out of place. If all they looked better, more central than they did out wide today. So yeah, I thought that was a really interesting dynamic. It's like we had 3 behind Joseph in that first half. Rotation has to be made to keep 100%, Alex, mate. It really does. You can't play 46 games with same 11 for me. We saw that last year. We lost his legs to our back end, and freshening it up, keeps people hungry. Everyone knows they're not due a start just on because of who they are. Maybe I'm pretty other than that, but keeps everyone hungry. Do you know what I mean? Everyone fresh, everyone hungry. It's a squad. You need a squad for championship. To win the championship and do well, you need a squad, especially if we're wanting to go on a run and put a gap between us, because quality-wise, we're head and shoulders above. Now we can actually say that. You can see that now. The stats, the league table proves everything we've been, a lot of us have been saying for a while. Leeds do not usually do Christmas, but we do now. Yeah, that's it, Richard. I've said before, I feel like we're a bit of a different animal under Farke. I know we fluffed it last year, but I feel like you lick your wounds, don't you? You go again. Sometimes you need to fall at first hurdle. We saw it under Marcelo. We see a lot of sides do it. I always believe you can't always win it the first time. You can't always get over the line the first time. And we saw that last year. And I feel like licked his wounds. We've come back, and we've Farke's sides normally start the season slow and then build into it. Yeah, we weren't front and centre from first kickoff, no, but we weren't far off. We've been in and around pretty much all season, and we're already top now after halfway through, and God knows where we could be in another 10 game time. Like when you look at it, almost got all his players back injury, from injury. All these big players we've had out. Firpo and he's probably out for a little bit longer, but Voba can fill in there. Byram's like really, it's only wing back to sort of look at minute, a full back, and worry about. I mean, Gruev long term. Centre of park's not an issue. As wingers, all four wingers are fit and healthy. We're probably going to look at a 10 in January potentially. Whether you like Bamford or not, he's his third choice striker. Came on today at shit house, I think, really, but his third choice striker. But the two in front of him don't look like they're going to get injured. They're not injury prone players, Joseph and Peru. So we're in a really good spot. We really are looking really healthy. Danny says, I was shocked to see 4. I thought maybe 2. Yeah, a lot of people did, but I thought this would be a game, mate. I thought this would be a game they rotate. But I fully expect James and Solomon to start the Blackburn game. I just thought the Derby game, a few days after Stoke, I thought that'd be the game we'd change it. I really did. And I were right. And I sort of backed him to rotate both wingers if you look at my preview. But Mika, well done on 500 subscribers. Thank you, Brooke. Means a lot. That's my stepdaughter. Legend. Thank you for putting up with me. James Pirro Sullivan, that's our best front three. James Pirro Sullivan. Yeah, I agree, mate. 100%. 100%. But like I say, you've got to have rotation. Defence played well today. Yeah, they did, Nige. And I think a lot of that helped with having Tanaka and Ampadu in front of him, It just defensively sound, aren't you? Them two are just unreal, like a breaking play up. I'm massive on when you play away from home. You've got to win the fight first before you have the right to play, and then the quality should come later on. That's for me. That's exactly how it played out. You could see, we were up for it. I thought, away at Stoke, that first 5-10 minutes looked a little bit shaky, and then we grew into the game fairly quick and got on top. This game, I thought we were out of blocks flying. I thought the first 15-20 minutes they rode the storm a little bit, and I was really frustrated that we didn't get a goal. It really was frustrating that, because I think his play deserved it after 15 minutes. I just thought we battered him. I thought there must have been Derby fans sat there after 15 minutes saying, we can't get the ball here. We cannot get the ball. We looked unplayable for this level. You remember, we're in second division of English football. At times today, and the goal proved, I thought we looked unplayable at times for this level. Don't think so. We'll play for them again. He's done a good look for a season. Wow, that's massive. I mean, like I said, they'll go replace him in January. I'm sure they will, but that's massive. Someone who's got to come in again and learn the system, get used to the boys where they've got Suter who's in there already. Yeah, I'm happy. I don't like anyone to get injured, but it's a massive shot in the arm for Leeds. Is that? I only saw the last 20. Would have accepted a point, but a bit of magic, wouldn't it? Yeah, it did hurt, but mate. That's what you need sometimes, and we missed a lot of decent chances, and then we go score a goal like that. Goal at season contender in terms of for the team goal. I don't think I'm being biased in saying that. What a move that was. And you saw that a lot with Leeds. Sometimes you do. People say we're passive, we're slow build up. Best thing about that goal was we were biding us time, but there were quick passes, quick one-touch passes. They weren't laboured, slow. The tempo were there within that move, but it was a very long move, side to side, up, back, really moving that defence around, and then a gap were created. It was beautiful play, and Aaronson's run was just spot on, and Pirro finds him. Pirro, again, comes on, gets an assist. If he's not scoring his assisting guys, you can't say no other than that for Joe Pirro. And yeah, just a sublime finish by Aaronson. I'm so happy for him, because you know me. People say I don't like him and I've got an agenda. That's not the case at all. We had a bit of back and forth with Joe, obviously, and maybe it got put in a bit of a bigger thing than what it is. But it's good banter. I don't mind. But I really like Brendan Aaronson. He's a really honest guy. You know what I mean? He's come, tail between his legs, come back, and he's won everyone over. And 7 goals now, and I think 3 or 4 assists. He's already bettered Rutter's goal involvement, not goal involvement, but his goals. He's assisted. He's a little bit higher up there with them. He had a good one against Stoke. I think it might have been chalked off as an assist because the keeper touched the ball from Pirro, but beautiful ball there. Every game now is assisting or scoring in the last 3, 4, 5 games in Aaronson, and that's what you need from a number 10. For me, a number 10 at Leeds United should be getting numbers. He might look good on eye off the ball work, but he should be getting numbers. You're playing in the number 10 role at Leeds United in the Championship. Aside going for top of league, will win the league, in my opinion. All these chances created, the wingers around him, the quality up top of Pirro, you give him the ball in the right areas, he puts a goal, he'll score. Simple as. He should be getting numbers in this side, and I didn't think he had it in him. All of a sudden, look at him now, he's flying. So fair play, Brendan Aaronson, and long may it continue. Look, I mean, we're coming to January now. This is form he needs if he wants to hold that 10 shirt, because we've all said, and we'll still probably say now we need a 10. Still want a 10 to push him. He's the only one really. We haven't got anyone pushing him. Although I do believe there's 3 or 4 players that could play there for Leeds United. Farke clearly done. We will look at a 10. So now it's up to Aaronson to maintain this form. And if he maintains this form, there's no one taking his shirt, which is fair play to him. And it's all done off his own work, hard work. And I'm so chuffed for him. Matty, congratulations on reaching our 500 subs. Some going already. What are your plans for the channel going forward? I don't really know, mate. More of the same, mate. Yeah, I've got some ideas. Mate. Don't want to say everything on here, but yeah, I've got ideas for other shows, other collabs with other teams creators. You've seen me with Only Fools and SAFC, lad Wayne from Sunderland. I've got other irons in fire. Just have to see how it goes. Say it's still early days. I've only been doing it 3 months. But yeah, hopefully you think my thumbnails are getting better, my background's getting better. Say I've got a sponsor on channel in O'Reilly's Autographs, which is massive for channel as well, helping an old friend out. Yeah, it's going well, mate. But yeah, just more of the same. Hopefully I can keep growing, mate. And yeah, CB, the move for the goal was sublime. Really were. Matthew Hall, think Tanaka and Ampadu are too similar and lose the attacking. Yeah, 100% Matthew. For me, I think they're both too good for one of me on bench, and that's your issue. But yeah, I agree. Really, it should be Rothwell and one of. I totally get that, Matthew. Rothwell and one of Tanaka or Ampadu. But I do think when you look at the game today, I know we didn't score till late on, but that went down for lack of effort or lack of chances. We had loads of chances. I don't think we lacked that deep playmaker as such. I don't think we lacked not having that 8. So you might look at it like we played more with 2 6s, which I sort of agree with. But I do feel like Ampadu carried the ball quite well. I think you still have Stroud carrying the ball upfield. For me, I thought Tanaka were more of the defensive of the two, really. He sat a little bit deeper than Ampadu at times. But yeah, I agree. And there'll be certain games where if he goes with Tanaka and Ampadu and we don't look too good at night, he'll be getting criticised, Will Farke, for not playing Rothwell, and I totally get that. But I feel like Rothwell needed a rest. And if I'm honest, Tanaka and Ampadu give more of a solid base defensively for the front players to go play, and the front players went and played, so we didn't miss him too much. And I think the delivery from the corners of Aaronson and Ramazani were okay. They were quite good. So I don't feel like we I get what you mean. We lacked a little bit from midfield attack-wise, but we still had enough chances from the front 4 to not warrant it being an issue for me. But maybe in other games, 100% it could be. But yeah, I do think it should be Rothwell and one of. But I think Ampadu's a shoo-in now for every game. I really do. I'm late, but fucking getting these out, Tom. Yeah, mate, honestly. Fucking getting. Absolutely buzzing. Love to see Ampadu, Tanaka, Rothwell in midfield for certain games. Yeah, I agree. I've said it loads of times. Nights I do, but that would probably mean sacrificing Aaronson, which just ain't going to happen now. But certain games, 100,000,000%, that would be a great midfield three. I'll let Ampadu just sit a little bit deeper and let Tanaka and Rothwell go a bit further forward. I think it could be sublime, that. I really do. Mike, with Ampadu back, does that mean the end of Rothwell and Tanaka partnership? I think it for certain games, yeah. I don't think long term. What you've got to remember with Rothwell is a lone player, and that'll come into Farke's thinking. He's a lone player. He might not be here for the long haul. Tanaka hopefully is. Ampadu hopefully is. And that's probably a partnership you might want to work on to build for maybe a Premier League stint. I don't know whether you agree that's good enough or not. You know, Farke will probably fancy that. You know, he's a massive Ampadu fan, and Tanaka for me is a Premier League player. Some will say Rothwell isn't, although I would like us to go sign Rothwell and get him in as a squad player. because I think he's outstanding and he could definitely do a job for us in the Prem, albeit maybe off the bench. But yeah, I don't know, mate. I think certain games 100%. But if I'm honest, I think you'll see him back for Blackburn. It's gonna. Let's be fair. You're always gonna have injuries and suspension scrapings. That's going to happen anyway, naturally. So you're never not going to see Rothwell in here again. But I do think the rotation's key when it gets to maybe one game or 2 games a week or 1 game a week, Saturday to Saturday. If we ever hit one of those periods again, I need to look at fixtures to check. But seems like they're coming thick and fast at the minute. But yeah, if we hit a Saturday game and a Saturday game, you might end up seeing Rothwell out for a few weeks, maybe. Because if it works with Tanaka and Ampadu, he could go with it when the games are a little bit more stretched out. But while ever it's so congested with fixtures, I do think you're going to see rotation and he's always going to get minutes. I'll tell you what, credit to Ampadu. Credit to Ampadu to get back so quickly. What an absolute modern professional he is. How good is his fitness to get back? Must not be back till mid-Jan. And he's back mid-December, playing 3 games, 90 minutes back-to-back, covering 2 positions. Fair play, Ampadu. And I tell you what, the upturn of away performances, whether you wanted Rothwell to play over Ampadu, whether you wanted Ampadu drop, whether you didn't think Ampadu should walk back into the side, justified. It's justified. You can't deny that. Leadership qualities, that dogged midfielder, you want that. You know, we call Rothwell the Rottweiler on here and on the Leeds Bros, but, you know, Ampadu's all that too. Ampadu flies in challenges, you know, he gets the boys G'd up, and there's no coincidence there that we've won 2 away games back-to-back with Ampadu inside. He has to get massive credit for that. And I thought Ampadu's been quality the last 2 games. And I'm a massive Rothwell-Tanaka partnership fan, by the way. I just like it at the minute. I don't feel like you can go wrong with a lot of our positions. I really don't. Dan James, best player in the league right now. Playing on out there, thought Nonto looked really good for first 45 minutes, tailed off in the second half. But there's rotation there, and the quality drop-off isn't massive in general. Maybe someone's playing form, like maybe James is in way better form right now than Nonto, I agree. But the quality drop-off isn't massive. It's just a difference. So honestly, I've just never seen anything like it at this level. At this level. We believe in rotation, but when does his rest period start? Whose rest period? I hope Leeds will sign Solomon for the Premier League. Leeds is a good fit for him, much better than Spurs. I hope guy location. I'd love Solomon in Premier League. Let's hope he falls in love with Club and City, like we all would if we played for him, because I'd love Solomon, mate. He's a Premier League player, and he'll do bits in Prem. This is his season to get back up to that level, and then next season he should just kick on if he can stay injury-free. First time they have not scored at home this season, I think. There you go, mate. Derby have scored in 29 consecutive games at home, but not today. Well, I didn't even know that. If I'd have known that, it might have changed my score prediction when I said 3-0. But no, that's brilliant. We're just so good defensively. Such a good defensive unit. And that's down the Farker way he sets us up. Yeah, it annoys fans from time to time because we're not all out attack like we've seen in previous years with Bielsa's and, you know, free-flowing football. But he sets us up to be hard to beat, and we have got a front 4 that can go play, and they do excite and they do create chances. Clinical. Get that part of his game sorted, and we'll win every game 3+. Every home game's pretty much 3+. Let's be fair. Like every home game, I expect 3-0 or 3 goals. It's getting a bit ridiculous. If they start being more clinical away from home, and we do something similar away from home, I mean, what we're talking here? It's such a good side for this division. I think they also are squad and I shot their pants. Mate, that bench was absolutely criminal today. Because as soon as you take those players off, and obviously Solomon, James, Pirro, but then you still had Gilavogi. You still had who else was on bench today? Rothwell. Like, come on, what a bench. Stephen Ugent. Maybe going forward it'll be Tanaka and Ampadu away from home, Rothwell instead of our. Maybe. It's a great shout. Maybe. I can see that away from home, Tanaka and Ampadu being it, mate, yeah. Because today it worked for me. People might say we only scraped through a late goal, but we had the chances. We didn't only win 1-0 today because of Tanaka and Ampadu playing and not Rothwell playing. Like, if some of our players could have finished the dinner at times today, we'd have been out of sight. We could have been that today. Genuinely could have been 5-0. Genuinely, but you know, at least we don't do 5-0, do we? Andy, I believe in rotation, but when does Aaronson's rest period set? Right. If I'm honest, probably when we bring a 10 in Jan. Because for me, he just doesn't see another 10 playing there. He doesn't see anybody else in this current squad playing there, Andy. So yeah, I think it's when we bring a 10 in. If we bring a 10 in, I think that's when he does it. Danny Talk Sport. Love you, Danny. They can't bang in chat unless they are mods. Okay. Michael, this time last year, Leeds lost 2 back-to-back away matches at Preston and West Brom. Leeds are 6 points better off than last year and a much better goal difference at plus 29. Bossing it now, out of me. Absolutely bossing it, yeah. Last Christmas were awful, wasn't it? Proper shit last Christmas. And now look at us. How shit must you be? We're winning away. We're winning away. We're winning away. How shit must you be? Leeds are winning away. Come on. Come on. In our own hands now. Only we can lose our top 2 place now. Of course, Nige, I've said it from day one, mate. The only team that can stop Leeds going up the season is Leeds United. There's no one better than us. No one better than us, Nige. Literally, we are. If we don't go up this season, it's down to us and us alone. Our ass is falling out like it did back in the last year, and that ain't happening this year. You learn from your mistakes. Got a better all-rounded squad. Yeah, not happening. Farker, 2 points a game on average over a season and a half in Championship for Leeds United. It's just scandalous. Absolutely scandalous. Just up to welcome about it. CB, you're a legend. Thank you. Thank you. Subscribe to Sean. Cheers, Danny. Russ Vernon suited out for the season while just confirmed to local BBC radio. Happy days. CB, smash the likes, guys, if you haven't done it. Yeah, please do. Smash the like, please. Subscribe. I've got over 500 subs today. If you haven't heard already, where have you been? Yeah, just want to keep growing the channel. Thank you so much for all your support, honestly. What a community the Leeds YouTube scene is. What a community, little community I've got on my channel. I know you all know the big hitters. But it means so much for those little ones down at bottom at Pyramid to have your support as well. Honestly, absolutely. From where I was a couple of years ago, where I go now, where I am now is it's unbelievable. Thanks so much. Discourse of Peacocks. Hey, up, Eve. We've had a great Christmas, love. I hope you enjoyed that tonight. I'm sure you did. Some players don't make an impact from the bench. Some players have to play themselves into form from the start of the game. Yeah, they do. 100%. I feel like Nonto off the bench is one of them. I don't feel like he has too much impact coming off the bench. I feel like Joseph doesn't either. We know Pino does. We know Pino can come off the bench and create a goal like he has done today, score a goal. That's what Pino's really good for. Certain players start games, and that's where they need to get that form. And for me, Nonto looked really good that first 45. Tailed off a little bit. I have to see how that develops. If I don't think he'll start the next game. I do think it'll be back to Solomon and James, if I'm honest. But yeah, we have got some players. It's interesting how that dynamic works in it. Even like I say, Piro's one of them who comes on and always impacts a game, always. But when he starts, sometimes he doesn't. It's finding that balance right. But we've got that many decent players to pick from. I feel like it's just getting the right combinations because it's all there. He's got every tool in tool chest on it to make it work and make a success of this. Yeah, Piro with the assist today. Yeah, brilliant. Tom Wilton, have a good game. Could be good for Joes if he needs to go. Yeah, I mean, if Bamford's still here, I reckon he might start. But yeah, we'll have to see. Farker more or less rested his first 11 until the last 20 minutes. Mate, most of it. Yeah, that attacking half at team, yeah, 100%. We look at Rothwell, James, Aaron, Solomon and Piro. Yeah, it really was like half a team rested, wasn't it? Unbelievable. I think Joseph is a good striker in the making, but needs to stay more central and stop dropping so deep. Matthew Hall. Yeah, I agree. I feel like he's a little bit like, say, Prime Bamford. He does a lot of running, does a lot of hard work, puts himself about. But when you want him in the right place to keep composed and put the chance away that falls to him, it's just not happening for him at the minute. I think he's a really talented player, and I think it'll come. I just feel like you said, maybe he's doing a little bit too much work in other areas, and it's just not quite happening for him when he needs to be composed in front of that goal. But there's no doubt in his talent, and I do think he'll be a big player for Leeds going forward. I really do. I think he's got a lot to offer still this season. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. Piro's coming back for Blackburn after that, isn't he? Yeah, I would say so. I'd be surprised if Joseph starts the next one, mate. Hello, everyone. All good. Hey, up, Michael Smith. Hope you're well. But I agree. Nonto's a natural 10. I hadn't seen him in a 10 in Solomon until today. Yeah, honestly, I think Solomon and Nonto are natural, maybe not natural 10s, maybe they are wingers, but I do think they've got attributes that could make them a 10 if played in their regular. I thought you saw today, with Nonto especially, I mean, our width were coming from the fullbacks today. They played so wide, and both our wingers played central. Like I say, we played with 3 10s for me today in that first half, and I thought Nonto looked brilliant in that role. I really do. Michael, Nonto and Large are not the classic number 10 players. Someone like Pablo But yeah, mate, Pablo's unreal in the 10. Unreal. Nonto for me can play 10, mate. I thought he looked really good in there. Whether you think he's natural or not, it's a matter of opinion, I guess. Large, probably not so much, but the quality of the man, he'd be fine in there. Danny, 66 points to play for now. How many do you want out of them, Danny? 66? I do. Got a chance as well, mate. Got a chance we can get 66. I'm crazy. I get so confident, don't I? I had a Derby fan message me today on one of my comments on my preview, and they were like, you won't beat us at home. We'll beat you 4-0. And then I messaged him after the game and says, oh, good luck for the rest of the season, but you didn't even manage 4 shots on target, let alone scoring 4. Or you didn't manage 4 shots. Yeah, 4 shots on target. And he said, Passing, don't get too confident. It's like, it's not even confidence or arrogance. It's just, I believe in the lads. I believe in the quality. Like, I watch them at Ellenmore week in, week out. We watch them on telly when they're away. You know, we're invested in this club. We see everything. We hear everything. Every press conference, every training ground video that's put out, we watch it all. We're so obsessed with Leeds United. We know what quality they've got. It's not even arrogance or cockiness. It's just, for this division, it's scandalous, some of the players we've got. And if they all click, and it's a big if sometimes, but it's there for them to do serious stuff. So that's why I'm just really confident now. You know, I had a bit of a wobble a few weeks back with his performances away from home, but your Blackburn result, etc. But I'm flying high now. I'm riding crest of a wave. Even if you add the Sheffield United points deduction back on, we would still be top of the table right now. We're officially best team. Yeah, even it's been a while since we've been able to say that. Like I say, we have been top, but we were joint top, I think, weren't we, before? And if you looked at those 2 points statistically, they still won more points than this season. So it's massive today to actually have that clear and be able to have bragging rights over that part of Yorkshire and just say, you know, we are statistically now the best side in the league. And I do believe now we still haven't seen the best Leeds United this season. It's scary to think where we could go now. For me, it's just lift off now. I feel like we're going to smash it. Look at this, what I got for Christmas. Amazing. It's all happening on here. Michael Smith, our team played, win a clean sheet. Leeds buzzing. Yeah, man. With Blunt's being weakened by injuries, we could open out. Yeah, that's what I am now, mate. I think our form is going to get that gap anyway. I just think Sheffield United and, well, maybe not Burnley, I feel like they might do all right. I mean, I know they drew today, but I feel like Sheffield United might just be having their dip now. I know they've lost a couple back-to-back earlier in the season, but then they seem to go on a bit of a wild run where they don't concede for games and they just grind 1s and 2-0s out. I feel like now with a couple of injuries, a couple of poor results, you think that I know at Burnley, and then the last game, which is a difficult one, they're a top side in this division, but 2 home games to only get 1 point out of them 2 games, that's a poor turnaround. That, I mean, if we only got 1 point out of 2 home games, what would we be saying? You know, if we got 1 point out of 2 back-to-back away games, like, what would we be saying? Remember we drew with Norwich and Sunderland, two decent points. Now you look back, you know, we weren't happy with 2 points in 2 away games. They've got 1 out of 2 home games. That's for a team that were top of league. So hopefully there's a bit of a wobble happening there, and hand in hand with us performing to this level now going forward, the gap's coming. It really is. Watch Borough v Burnley. Burnley just keep the ball. They haven't been impressive all season, pal. They're really not an impressive side on the eye. They're really poor to watch, Nigel, at Burnley, but they're just effective in Scott Parker's system. Hard to beat and grind. You know, they only need 1 goal to win a game, which always gives you a chance. Callum says Derby wasn't as good as people thought they were. It's not hard to say, but yeah, people really big in Derby. People saying our crazy, saying 3-0. For me, my prediction of 3-0 was justified, really. Yeah, we were a 1-0 win, but we battered them, absolutely battered them. Could do with Sunderland, Sheffield drawing in the new year. Yeah, we could make. You know what it is, though, Tom? I had to ask other people's results, if I'm honest. You know, I'll really start scrutinising and looking at it with 5-6 games to go, but I just think we're on that run now. And I don't think it matters. I think we will pick up more points in the remaining games than everybody else, and we're already in front. Nigel Rodon immense today. Rodon's really coming to his own after a bit of a shaky opening month to season. I think Rodon's absolutely outstanding now, pal. I think he's just steady as a rock and really good at his recovery pace. He's really good if he ever needs it. He's really good at bringing ball out. Yeah, he's playing really well. He's Rodon, honestly, true warrior. You know, he's even winning stuff in the air. He's doing excellent. And like I said, I think, remember a month after the season started, people were questioning him as a Premier League player. If we do go, is he good enough? I feel like now he's justifying his place as a top defender in this division. And who knows after that? Andy Rowe clinicality keeps raising its ugly head. Words like Fark out playoffs, can't win in London, struggle on away form. Latest, we need to score first. Not good on set piece in midfield, can't score, just stop. Yeah, clinicality, mate. That does keep raising its head, and that is the main That's the main downside to Leeds' performances this season. Like, I think that today had everything. I thought we were brilliant. There was nothing you couldn't blame Farke for not. I think all the players played well. Everything you've said there, I think we ticked every box. I think we were absolutely sound. The clinicality at times of some of our players when they get in these positions, that's the biggest letdown for us. If we had some of these players improve their margins by a couple of percent, a couple more goals going, we've already got a decent sized gap, haven't we? So yeah, it's one of them, mate. It's the biggest error in our sort of armour, really, for me, is that it's once that's sorted, if that gets sorted, if everybody else can raise like that clinical edge to say what a Pirro has, if Aaronson can get to a Pirro level where he's only needing a couple of shots to score, you know, I mean, Dan James is fairly clinical, to be fair, and he always has a goal, but you know, some of these players can just raise it a few percent. It really is all we're lacking. Andy, we've ticked most of these off. Yeah, we have, mate. Bielsa's knee. We are clinical enough. We have scored the most goals in the league and won the joint most games. It's fine, totally take this replicated over the second half season. Bielsa's knee. Yeah, it's a fair point, mate. Clinicality is definitely a problem. We don't score. The amount of chances we have, we could have more. But it's like anything. Are we doing good? Yeah, but we could do better. But we've scored the most goals in the league. So the boring tag isn't a thing anymore. Like early in the season, people were giving it that. I haven't heard that for a few weeks now. That's gone. We definitely play attractive football in spells in games, and that shows it by the how many goals we score, how many chances we create. I think because we create so many chances, it boosts the stats up in a negative way for us for that clinical edge. But like, we create that many chances, we're not going to score 7 to 10 goals a game. So you know what I mean? But we do create that many chances. Today there were like 5 really good chances. I don't know what the XG were, but there were some massive chances. It felt like, to the eye alone watching the game, we fluffed 3 or 4 huge chances, but you can't always put them away. Like I say, you're not expected to win every game 6, 7, 8-0, are you? But because we create so many chances, it could be better though. 100% it could be. But is it a problem? Is it going to stop us going up? No, because we're scoring goals anyway. But it's probably the only part of the game you look and go, we could do better. The goal was brain surgery, mate. It was so good, wasn't it? It was so good. So good. Goal was dreamy. That's the adjective you are after. Yeah, mate, it was so good. I've watched it back about 15 times, and I still lose count every time how many passes there were. Richie, when we keep the tempo, we always play well. It's like if we score the first, we win. 100%. Yeah, 100%. I tell you what, guys, these comments are just insane. I'm about 20 minutes behind. Thanks so much. Please like the video. Please subscribe if you're new here. Thanks so much. Honestly, it's scandalous how many people watch my videos. I just can't believe it, what you're all doing, but thank you. Hey, BK, I don't think we get a 10. Maybe not, Danny. I think they'll be looking. They'll only bring someone in if they feel like they're going to add quality and push and you know, give something to the current squad now. They're not going to bring someone in just for the sake of it because we think we need it, or Farke wanted one before season started. He'll only bring it in if it's going to help the squad, boost the squad. So I think they'll be looking. It all depends on numbers, doesn't it? We're still in a 9 and maybe look at to loan Joseph out to a lower league, bang some goals in. I don't think that's going to happen. I am a deaf sniper. Thank you for being here, pal. I just don't think they'll loan Joseph out. I think he's too much of a player now. I think they should have maybe looked at doing that last year, if I'm honest. He's probably a year further down his development now to beyond that. I mean, I know Joffrey had a period in the first team. We're probably saying he needs to go out for a loan now. But yeah, I don't see him looking at that. I can't disagree. It won't work if they did do that, but they'd have to bring another starter in. But I think if anything, it's more likely going to be Bamford and Joffrey that go out, and we'll look at bringing in someone else to push Joseph and Pirro. Bielsa, we get promoted and then loan Joseph back to the champs for 2 or 3 years. He desperately needs a season with less pressure. Leeds fundamentals are there, so just needs time. I mean, do I think Joseph can cut it in Prem? Probably not. So I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. He's obviously going to finish season with us this year, and we'll see, won't we? But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens, mate, with him. I would like him to have a season where he can bang in 15 plus goals. He's not going to get that this season. And then if we go up to Prem, is he going to do that in Prem? Probably not. And we're all saying we need to pick another 9 in Prem who plays above Pirro, which would knock Joseph down to 3rd choice. So depends what he wants to do with his career. I think he's got a high ceiling. I think he can do serious stuff in game. Hopefully at Leeds United. Time will tell. Top Banana. Smash the lights for my thanks, Top Banana, mate. Stuff of champions that today reminded me of Barnsley away under Bielsa. Richard Woodford. Smash the like button, folks. Herbert Oramps at centre back. Plenty of options. Top Banana. Farke won't bothered. Rothwell is loan. He'll play them to win and get promoted. Yeah, maybe. Nice. 16 from 18 points in December. Props to Farke and the players. Yeah, perfect, mate. Honestly, Unreal. Thank you for the shout out, but you're welcome, Sean. You'll get plenty more of them on this channel, mate. Go check Wilco White's out if you want already, guys, please. Chris Gillett. Big game on Wednesday. I really want Farker to get one over Eustace. Yeah, that's more in mind than the actual Blackburn itself, mate. It's yeah, the Eustace showing it. He's lost all three to win 1-0, one at Birmingham, 2 1-0 losses to Blackburn, one last season, one this season. Yeah, he needs to get one over on John Eustace, but he's got his number at minute. Some people do have, you know, we saw it last year with Russell Martin. He had him 3 games as well, didn't he? So, Matty, can you a bad signing that the 49ers have done? Even Jeff Spence wasn't a bad signing. Yeah, no, he hadn't had a bad signing. Did I rate Kamara? Not really. Was it a good signing? Yeah, for the time. Sound 5 million, move him on for 8. Decent signing. Jed Spence, no way was that a bad signing. Just you don't know what you're getting sometimes till you've got it. Yeah, they haven't had a bad signing yet, mate. They might have some okay signs. Gruev's, I'm a big Gruev fan. He's a sound player. Kamara was a sound player. We've improved, we've moved people on, and we've got even better. But no, they haven't made a bad signing for me yet, mate. We're still yet to see Isaac Schmidt get a bit more game time, but I think he's a top quality addition as well. No bad signing since start of last season for me, mate. 16 out of 18 points in December. It's just unheard of for Leeds fans, isn't it? Unheard of. I'm after improved shooting accuracy as much as the next man, but when you watch some of the other teams, we're pretty good in that depth. Still like to improve, though. Yeah, always. Michael, Bamford should have scored, but I have to say the Derby keeper made a real good stuff. Yeah, Bamford, Dan James when he came on as well. What a stop that was. Ball over top from left. Great touch. I thought the touch by Dan James were harder to do than the actual finish, but great touch, great save. He had a few. Made one from Aaronson as well down to his left. Wanting corner too much. But yeah, great save. Joseph not taking opportunities. We say that quite a lot, don't we? It needs to start. Michael Smith, their keeper, saved Derby's blushes. Yeah, he really did, mate. He made a few good saves and a few mishits by our lads as well, weren't they, in there? Michael, I don't think the team that went up last year were any better than Leeds. Look at Southampton on 6 points, Ipswich without a home win. I'm sure if Leeds had gone up, they would be performing better. Yeah, I agree, mate. I do. I think if we went up with the med additions and strengthened to a point where, you know, we wouldn't come back down for me, but I think not going up last season is a blessing in disguise. I think we're a more rounded squad now. Farkas will have had another year to progress with these lads, and I think we'll go up in a better position this year than we would have done last year. Richard Woodthorpe, there's only one team in this league. Let's hope Farker get back in the Prem, then we will burn the Prem too. Yeah, I agree. Nige Solomon could definitely play as a 10. 100% he could, mate. Richard Woodthorpe, sorry, I'm on the final point already. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. We have a number 10. People are getting tunnel vision. Brendan Aaronson is fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. No doubt about it. They're definitely going to look at bringing a 10 in as well, though. Brendan Aaronson just isn't clinical like Pirro, but no one in our team is clinical except Pirro. Yeah, I agree with that as well, mate. I agree. If everyone were as clinical as Pirro, we'd be absolutely laughing, wouldn't we? If Leeds can go on the same run as last season, then it's game over for the other teams. Can't disagree with that, Matthew. I think if we maintain this form now, if we can get our away form looking like our home form, which 2 games back to back, it's massive. We can do that on a longer run than 2 games. We can stretch out now till the end of the season. We could win this league by a hell of a margin. A hell of a margin. Bielsa's knee, Rodon plus Strauch are really, really good. Totally could be a centre-back partnership. I believe that Bielsa's knee, I genuinely do believe that. They'll definitely strengthen 100%. But do I think them two could play in Prem for Leeds United? Yeah, I do. I really do. I think they're absolutely quality. Might I do Leeds recruit in January if so opposite? Michael, I don't think they need to. I don't currently. But I think they go get a 10 on loan. I do. And I think that's heightened in the fact that, you know, we probably do let a Geldart go on loan, maybe a Bamford, so they might even look at a 9, but I think they're only going to be loans with obligations, but I don't think we need anyone, really. I don't think we need any massive... You know what it is? You don't want to bring anyone in who's going to upset the apple cart. I mean, we saw Jed Spence last year. Someone said it earlier, you know, we brought him in at the start of the season, granted, but imagine if we hadn't and it would have way around and we'd have had Roberts, sent him back and then brought Jed Spence in or something, you know. Just because you sign a player in Leeds will have done the due diligence on Jed Spence, didn't work out. You know, he was a rotten apple, I suppose. It wasn't good in the dressing room. They won't risk bringing anybody in that might upset the apple cart. So if they bring someone in, you know, you better believe he's of good quality. He's a decent lad, you'd hope, and he's only going to benefit the squad and push people to perform. You know, like something like a Gilavogi, what a guy he is to have around, you know, around lads. He might not play every game, he might not get any minutes in some games, but it's the right personality to enhance the qualities of the group. And I do believe they'll look at a 10, though. I do, to answer your question. I thought that Schmidt might have played today due to Byram not being able to play 3 matches in a row, which he did today. I'll tell you what, Byram's proving. I mean, Byram and James are my best player. Byram's my favourite player, I have to say. How can you not love Sam Byram? He's probably been our best player. Our best signing, sorry. I think he's our best signing since 49ers, since the start of last season. And that's Dan Farker. And I know he ain't a quality player. He's Ramazani's better and Piro's better. There's all these players that are better footballers than Sam Byram. But look at the wage packet. I don't know what he's on, but I know he's on peanuts compared to the rest. Look what we paid for him. Absolutely diddly squat. He was a free transfer. Injury ridden. I mean, too bad at Leeds United. Very dependable when he's on, when he's playing. Can cover 2 positions. Can probably play centre half. Experienced. He's one of us. He's a fan. He knows what it is to wear a shirt. Sam Byram, absolutely quality. And he's been asked to back up minutes game after game after game. And he keeps coming through him. You cannot put any dirt on Sam Byram's name. For start of last season, the first 5 or 6 games, he was his best fucking player. Full stop for the first 5 or 6 games. He was outstanding. Before Firpo come back in, we all thought Firpo were going to be shite in this league. And Byram was starting at left back and doing a great job. We all thought he was going to be better than Firpo. Firpo came in and had a really good season, granted. But Byram, pound for what money it's cost us, he's right up there for me. Bielsa, yeah, good point. Which team is more clinical? Some of the others are really wasteful. Yeah, they are, mate. They are. At least we create the chances. It's when you don't create chances when you want to worry. Putting them away over a certain amount of performances, you get your rhythm. That ring rush can go. I do feel like you need to stick with a 9 though, longer than what he does. But it's when you're not creating the chances, that's when you want to worry. If we're doing a Burnley, we're not creating them. Like that's the biggest one. If we're having 8, 9 shots on target, 20 shots on goal a game, we're going to be all right. Because even if it's conversion rates, Paul, we're still going to score a couple, and we don't really concede. So most games we only need a goal to win, if we're honest. Peacock of Whites, big up, bro. Hey up, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed that tonight. XG of 1.55 today. Is that what it was? Felt like more. I won't lie. It felt like more. Really, they were expecting you to say nearly 3, 2.6, 2.7 or something. But yeah, is what it is. Some great chances squandered today. Like Danny says, and if a 10 comes in, it won't be as quality as we expect, only because Farker won't guarantee. Yeah, well, that's it, innit? If we bring anyone on loan, mate, he ain't going to guarantee any minutes. So that's always a stumbling block in it to get people over the line. We saw that last season. That's why we missed out on a lot. But we definitely linked with some of those players that went to other sides. They just knew they were going to get guaranteed minutes. You look at our side, it's going to be hard to get minutes. Like, such a good team. I mean, like you said, now we could end up with a position now, potentially, where Rothwell is now a bench player. I think there's rotation. I think he plays maybe every other game as a starter. But there's question marks now where you look at it and go, is Rothwell back on bench now? I mean, if you're a lone player looking at coming to Leeds and you see how well Rothwell's been doing, you fucking aren't going there. Like, one of the best standout midfielders in the league since he come in for the last 20 games or, last 15 games or whatever, has Rothwell been one of the best players in the league in his position. And he now might be surplus to requirements until he's needed off a bench. Mental. Michael says, we do need a predatory striker in case Piroe gets injured. I mean, I'll be honest with you, if Piroe got injured and we're out for a long period of time, I'd panic. I would panic. That would be brutal. Brutal if we lost Piroe. Hypothetical, would you take some of us back? Nah, mate. Just not in that position, mate. I'd take Jorginho Rutter back for 10 for playing with Aaronson, and obviously that ain't going to happen. But yeah, if he wasn't working out and Somerville was, I'd have had Rutter back in that 10, 100%. Somerville, no. For me, mate, Ramazani and Solomon, people won't agree because the numbers out there, but he's better. They're both better than Somerville for me. And I know it's easy to say that now and all that. I get that, but in my opinion, and I'm allowed, my opinion, Solomon and Ramazani are both better footballers than Somerville. So no, I wouldn't have him back. And am I surprised Dan works out at West Ham? I'm not, mate. I'm not. I think he's a bit of a one-trick pony. Playing in a side like Leeds United last year as a winger, as a forward player, you're always going to have decent chances. I don't know. I kind of feel like he got a bit lucky last year in terms of even having a starting spot. If Sinisterra stays, he probably don't get many minutes. He had a breakthrough season, got us through some tough games last season with his quality, 100%. But I did think the Premier League, well, he should have stayed at least for me another year. Proved it again, another season like this season he had last season. But I think he went to Prem a bit too early, like a few of them do, like Archie Gray did as well. I think we was the only one that's probably going to work out for me. Can't see Pirro getting injured. He's too careful. Yeah, he is, to be fair, mate. Between now and Feb, first 5 homes and 2 aways, predicting a little gap. Is that right? 5 home games, 2 away games. Obviously, on the flip side of that, that means between Feb and March, you've probably got 5 away and 2 at home. But I tell you what, decent. Blackburn had too much Christmas pud, lost at home. Oh, I haven't seen that result. Really? Wow, Herbert, wow. JKA signing back in the day, what a shambolic signing. 49ers, nothing similar to so far. Yeah, mate, what a January signing that was. One of the best in the history of football. / worst. Unbelievable, that. Unbelievable. Watched all of the games today, and there is nobody can say they're anywhere near us in this department. No, Stephen, I agree. I haven't watched the games, but yeah, I agree, mate. I don't think there's anyone usually at this level in this league. It's just such. I know we had Leicester last season and stuff like that, but like even they lost 11 games. Do you see Leeds losing another 8 games this season? I fucking don't. I don't. Hi, Millie. Hope you're all right. Chuffed to bits with the win. Yeah, man. Duncan Hamilton says Farke has admitted that he doesn't want too many additions and upset the score. Yeah, I can see that, mate. I can see that 100%. I don't see him making massive additions. Like I say, 1 or 2, and I expect maybe 1 or 2 will go. Byram is a low-key one of our best players. What a trooper. Said it before. He has a bit of Messi in him. Watch him with his little one-on-one dribbles. Mate, he's technically a really underrated footballer, Bielsa. I agree. He's really, really... Whether I'd say Messi in the same sentence is another question, but he's so good as Byram. So underrated. If he were fit, you know, and hasn't had the injuries he's had, and the toll on his body that's been massive, we won't even be questioning it, because when you see him play, he's outstanding. Outstanding. And I'll be first to say, and I've said it all season, and people have laughed at me because I know Prem's a different quality. I would give him another 1-year contract for next season. It's going to cost you next to nothing. He's going to agree, and he's going to be a backup player, probably third choice at both sides. But he'll give you experience in and around the dressing room. You know what I always think's underrated as well in a player who's come through a lot of injuries? Having him around physio room when you've got young players going through injuries. You know, someone like we had Stuart Dallas last couple of years, who was nowhere near team, nowhere near fitness. Probably knew for a long time we were never going to get back there. But having him around when there's a knock, when you've got a lad out for 5-6 weeks who's gutted, who's down in dumps, and he's watching someone potentially doing as good, if not better, in their position. Having someone like a Byram or a Dallas last year just to put an arm around him, be knocking him out physio room, someone who's been through, treacherous injuries time and time again. Byram's had his career hampered by injuries. He's such a talented footballer. Byram. Should have gone and done way better things than he did when he left Leeds United. Injury really hampered his career. Still had a good career. Could have had a better one. Stuff like that you don't look at, and he'd be happy, just like Gilavogi. Give him another year. He'd be happy. 3rd choice, 4th choice. Some of these players off the field, it's just as big as on the field, It really is. And Byram's so undervalued, so underrated by many. And I think now maybe he's just starting to get his flowers, and people are sort of seeing that consistent performance he gives you. 7 out of 10, sometimes higher, 8, 9s in some games, but 7 out of 10 minimum for Byram every game. Byram's missed solid and consistent. Yeah, mate, he is. Honestly, I can't even say a bad word about Byram. Byram's best signing, not for me, but I've always liked his attitude. Yeah, mate, in terms of quality, he's not the best signing, but in terms of value for money, what it's cost us, 100% for me is pound for pound the best signing we've had. Byram is class at this level, especially for us. Yeah, he is, mate. No Pirro, no goals or assists. Oi. Mate, he comes on and just affects games, doesn't he? I've always said, though, I prefer the dynamic of Joseph starting and Pirro coming on. I prefer that. He didn't get his goal today, but he set one up. He comes on, 23 minutes, 22 minutes left, and gets another addition to his DNA. Can't argue with the stats. He's phenomenal when he comes off a bench. Pirro always impacts a game. I challenge anyone to stay a better fullback in the champs than Byram regarding being able to play left or right. Pretty incredible. I agree. Tell me someone who can play as good on left as they can on right when they're so right-footed. Tell me anybody who can play left or right back and the performance not drop below a 7 out of 10. There isn't anyone. Do we think Firpo signs for another club in January? No news on no contracts. I think, yeah, I do, mate. I do. Whether they announce it or not, I don't know. I don't think Firpo stays beyond the end of the year. Be interesting to see if an offer comes in, 5, 6, 7 million, maybe a bit less. If they'll take it rather than leave on a free. I would like to see him stay because he could be an important player. I think we all forget. I was pissed off what he did at Millwall. Then he gets a couple of knocks. It feels like the old Firpo's back in terms of his body not holding up. Last year we had a really good run where he were available all the time. Suspension, a couple of injuries creeping into his game now. Has his head gone? I don't know. Is it a bit harsh to say that? But I do feel like he's not going to be here next year. I'd like to see Schmidt giving a run there. With Byram, obviously, rotation there and stuff. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Nige, I don't think we see Firpo again this season. Maybe not, mate. Absolutely loving the competition in our squad right now. Get this. Pirro scored twice last game. I was benched for this one. So cool. It really is. Dan James, best player in league. I'd probably say currently on form. Bench for this one. Unheard of. I love it. Unheard of for us. Agreed, Danny. That's why I think young loan players to use as backup when they spend in the big prem. And we go, I'm not worried about Pirro. He never gets injured. Great injury record. He's no Bamford, yeah. He really does have a great injury record, doesn't he? I don't think I've ever seen Pirro limp. A lot of people say because he don't put his body around. I have to disagree. He might not look to the eye as energetic as some players, but I think he's really improved. I feel like he's forced himself into a side this year where he couldn't really get into last year. He couldn't really when he played last year, but he didn't fit the system at all, I thought, last year. A lot of it he played in 10th off the start of the season as well, which weren't ideal. But I feel like he's really worked on his game. He's a lot more mobile this year. He's never going to be pacey. It's just not his game. But he's made himself effective. And that's all you can ask for him. His DNA is going to be really good this year. It's not even like he's going to play 42 games, close to 90-minute performances. Not. He's probably going to play 40-odd games, yeah, but there'll be some games he's only played 20 minutes in. He might start, I don't know, 28 and play 70 minutes, and then other 15 might be 20 minutes off a bench. But his numbers are going to be for his 90-minute performances. It's going to be sky high. His goals to minute ratio, I think they're not far off 90 minutes G&A now per game. It's going to be even higher as the season goes on. I think it's going to be. He doesn't get as many minutes for a starting 9 as some people at other sides do because he's sharing the minutes to a degree with obviously Matteo Joseph, but in terms of his G&A per minute, per 90-minute performance, it's right up there. Not bench, Bielsa rested, big difference. We will carry Melia to the end of the season, or I'm being a bit too harsh. Will we carry? Yeah, I've seen glimpses last few games, where he kept us in Stoke game early on. Yeah, he made a save or two today, but we're all right. I'd expect him to make them, though, not major. Oops, sorry. But yeah, I think he'll be fine. He'll do enough just to, we're going to keep clean sheets because of how good we are outfield. That's a fact. Whether we rate Melia or not after this season, we'll see. But he'll be fine. Carry maybe a bit too harsh, but I get what you mean with Andy. I do get what you mean. He'll exactly what the squad's good enough that we can rest players without the wheels falling off. Yeah, 100%, mate. The quality drop off isn't as big. You can take someone outside and bring someone else in, and actually, it's just not that big. The drop off is fairly minimal. 4 at home, 2 away. Harrogate is in the cup. Yeah, true. Of course it is. But it would be nice to see a bit more rotation. Hopefully, Charlie Crew, Sam Chambers can get some minutes. Maybe DeBayo. Don't want to go too crazy because it'd be embarrassing to lose that game, which you can quite easily do in FA Cup if you're not at it. But yeah, hopefully a bit of rotation in that one. Rest some players and hopefully get a big tie in this game. I'd like to see what this side can do against the big boy. Whether you agree, cup run or not, my hamper of season. I want us to go a little bit deeper than bloody Harrogate. Beat Harrogate and then we'll see what we've got next and we'll assess it game by game. But yeah, it'd be brilliant that. We will actually level. We're too good. We won't be defending much. Yeah, well, that's it, innit? We don't defend much. We have ball for so much a game. We don't. Yeah, no one really can challenge us. We've got the ball for. Honestly, most games it's 70% onwards, isn't it? So we're not having to face many shots, is it? Byram is the Yorkshire Messi. Heard it here first. Love that. And Byram doesn't make many mistakes. He travels with his own state-of-the-art medical gadgets. Is that true? does he? It just goes to show you, doesn't it? That he knows his body and he knows what he has to do to get through it, and he's probably pushing it further and harder at the minute, is Byron, probably than what we expected and probably what he wants to do. But he's holding up at the minute. So whatever he's doing off the field, these gadgets, his recovery, probably, I'm just speaking, I'm waffling on here, but he probably don't even train every session. I wouldn't think in a week, especially when we're playing 2-3 games a week. I'd be surprised if he trained in every team session. But whatever he's doing, it's working wonders, because he's in a really rich frame of fitness, isn't he? Really, when you look at him, he's doing really well. I don't mind. Pirro's the main man to me. That's fine, mate. I agree. Pirro is the main man, but like I say, he's come off a bench today and he's done that again. He should start. He should be starting. He should, but I do think when Pirro comes off bench, he always affects the game. You could argue if he starts today, he scores earlier, and we're not waiting until 70th minute, which I agree today. You know, I think he puts one of those chances away that Joseph missed. Peacock White, so I'll text you after. But yeah, it's fine, buddy. It's fine. Dennis Irwin was the last player I remember being so good on both sides. I thought, yeah, he was a good player on both sides, to be fair, mate. And look, he might have played for Scum, but he was a top player, wasn't he? Great conversation. I'll have Byram in that category. Byram gets you 3 goals a season, in my opinion, plus assist, assuming he plays a good percentage of games. He does, mate, because not only, you know, he's not the biggest of players, but he's also a threat from set pieces, isn't he? He's already scored a goal this season. He gets forward, he's assisted at least one. I remember with his left foot crossing it in. Yeah, he's a threat. He's a threat aerially. He'll always give you that. So yeah, I can't disagree with that. Well, guys, I've seen some a lot of names in here tonight. Some I've not seen as well before. So please subscribe if you're new here. Stick a like on this video. I'm absolutely loving this. I love coming on and doing lives and getting all the interaction. I try and pull up every single comment. This is the busiest live I've ever had in my 12 weeks of doing this channel. Been as close to 60 on 45 now. It's been massive. It's been absolutely massive, this stream, on a day where I get 500 subs and Leeds win 1-0 away at Derby. What a day, what a Christmas, what a period, what a time to be alive. I'm absolutely mad up with this. So like I say, I'll always try and pull everyone's comments up. But yeah, it's difficult today because this is mental. Thank you so much. Fairport is a win-win if he stays. Great. If he moves on, best wishes. He's earned great gratitude either way. Honestly, you sum some of your points beautifully. I couldn't have said it any better, mate. Pirro was a championship. Chris Wood. Can't disagree with that either. Agree, Bielsa. If he stays, he'd be great backup next season. If he goes, he will be useful getting us up. Yeah, I agree, mate. I'd rather Fairport stay till end of season, as long as there's going to be no hiccups off the field, which I don't think there will be. He seems really professional, does Fairport. And he's obviously a fan favourite now as well. Got his song. Fans love him. Every time we get a really good song, they move on, don't they? I love that. Somerville, Strauch and Pirro won last year. Then we can't sing them out because Strauch left. But we get some good songs, don't we? Then they move on. Fairport one's probably one of the best ones we do at the minute. Yeah, Byron said in the Leeds United podcast last season he has medical equipment with him for away matches. Yeah, it's working wonders. It really is. Bielsa's knee. We were thinking that Pirro hasn't lived up to the 60 million we paid. Do we reckon he's worth more now? I think I do. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I think 60 million is a lot of money. I think he's definitely justified his price tag, though. You know what I mean? I can't say he isn't worth it. Whether I agree he's worth more than that, I don't know. Some people will say he is. No, I'm not too bothered. He'll have a decent lengthy contract here. I don't expect him to be going anywhere. I don't think he'll be a starting 9 when we go up, but I think he'll be pushing. He'll get minutes in Prem. And while he's getting minutes, he's always getting goals and assists. So he don't need many minutes to impact a game, does Pirro? That's what I love about him. You could give him 10 minutes, he's going to impact a game. Or based on this form this season, what we've seen with his eye, that's what's happening. So yeah. Philip Anderson, hi Matty, just subscribe. You are a top lad. Thanks, Philip, mate. That means a lot, mate. Thank you so much, buddy. Legend. Philip says again, absolutely buzzing with the win. Yeah, me too, pal. Yeah, me too. It's been a long time since we've been able to celebrate over Christmas, a period like this, hasn't it? You know, back-to-back wins and winning away from home, back-to-back again. It's just something we haven't been used to in previous years. So it's made the festive period a little bit sweeter as well. Herbert, you're doing a sterling job with the comments, mate. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I really try. You know, when I go on channels and I put comments and you don't get read out, you know, it's not nice and it's hard sometimes. But say I could waffle on about the game, or I can go through your comments and we'll do it together. And I much prefer that. So thanks so much for it. The interaction keeps it going. It really does keeps it going.
Pirro deserves his flowers. Andy says, I was very annoyed how quick some were willing to be dismissed. Yeah, well, people are out. I mean, like I said, I thought Joseph started the season rightly so based on pre-season, and I was really excited for him. But it didn't take long, did it, to sort of realise that it was probably the wrong decision. And Pirro is the man. And, you know, Joseph had to lick his wounds a little bit. You will get 1,000 subs. So, yeah, whether I do or not, mate, you know, as long as people are coming in here like this, and 500 felt massive today. I won't lie, it felt massive. I don't really look at numbers, but that felt big today. I got down to the last 10 subs and I really pushed for it. You know, a couple of messages sent out, reached out to a couple of people and got it over the line because that was massive. But whether I get 1,000 or not, you know, there's a lot of great content creators under 1,000. Go check Peacock White's of LUFC out as well. Really nice guy. Go check him out if you're looking for Leeds content. There's loads of us about, you know, well under that 1,000 threshold as well. So yeah, go check him out. Sean Healy, you and Leeds Bros doing some good job, lads. So happy for you. Yeah, cheers, Sean. You know, we really try. Just genuine lads. You know what I mean? Just like you guys. Just love the side. Love talking about it. I absolutely love this channel. I always say Pirro's so underrated. Even in the Premier, will step up, in my opinion. Yeah, it's your opinion. You're entitled to it. I don't think he starts, but I agree he steps up. I agree he gets goals and assists, potentially as a backup striker. He's one of them, mate. I don't think it matters what level it is. You know, if he's in the box and the ball falls to him, he knows how to score goals. Sometimes we can all get hung up on level. You know, yeah, the level's a better quality. He might not get as many chances. He's not someone that needs many. Is he? You know, it's still a man stood in between two sticks. Like, if the ball falls to him, he can easily find a corner. Just like the goalkeeper who's in net's a higher quality than this division. The defenders in front of him are a higher quality. They'll read the situation more. He ain't going to get as much time. He ain't going to get as many chances. But it's Pirro. He don't need many chances. He will get goals in Prem for me. Don't think he starts, but he'll get goals. Would be nice to get Chris Wood back in January for the promotion push. He was great at Leeds first time around. Can't see. Honestly, Digler, I would love that. But he's absolutely smashing it at second place. Nottingham Forest, isn't he? That would be a pipe dream. Yeah, I really like Chris Wood. He's doing well. I'm made up for him. I really liked him at Leeds. Fair play. He moved on like some of these people do, and you know, he's actually made a go of his career, hasn't he, elsewhere, to be fair to him. In Prem, we will be lucky if we get more than 3 shots whole game. I don't know, mate. It's hard to say. It depends, doesn't it? Against some sides, yeah. But some of those sides lower down, who knows? It's going to be a lot harder, though, Danny. I can't disagree there, mate. What will be your squad for Harrogate? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, pal. I say Darlow, though, in net. I think you've got to give Darlow a run out. He's good enough for Harrogate. I'd give Schmidt left back. Bogle probably still stays at right back. I'd probably have to stick with the same centre halves, to be fair. Maybe even go Ampadu and Rodon at centre half. Maybe give Strauch a rest. Because he's probably one who worries me more about injuries. Maybe Tanaka, Charlie Crew in middle, with Rothwell maybe coming on later on for Crew. I'd like to see him maybe experiment in 10, maybe playing Donto in 10. I reckon he plays Bamford up front, although I'd rather Joseph start. And then your wingers, Ramazani, James, Solomon. I think there'll be a few changes. I still think they'll see 4, 5, 6 class players. And then I think they'll tweak a few positions. He'll experiment a little bit and give a couple of kids. Maybe Chambers might even start on one of the wings. But it'd be interesting to see what happens. They are League Two. They'll come. They're not to lose. They'll give everything. If Leeds aren't quite at it, we've seen Histon, we've seen Crawley, we've seen it before, haven't we? It can happen. So they need to be at it, because that could it's a cup game, but you can lose momentum, can't you, on his league charge. So I went to Middlesbrough game and we got thumped at home. Say it one, I'm one of them here with a league game. I want to ask, but when I was there, sat there in fucking cold, I would ask. Trust me, I would ask. I was well pissed off. So I don't want that. Don't want that to happen there as well. It won't be that bad, mate. We're finding Pirro more now because our transitions improved. Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. He's playing to our strengths now. You know, that tempo that we play with, the way we break forward so quickly, the way we're getting balls into. That's the difference now. We're getting balls into the box. Like for so many, you know, games last season, spells this season where it's tippy tappy, and we try to score the perfect goal. I'm quite liking now how
The ball's getting played over top from us midfielders, which we didn't see much last season. We're playing it out wide. We try to whip balls into the box. We've got corners coming. We've got Pirro stays in the box. He's not like Joseph who goes wandering around here, there, and everywhere. Whether we agree Pirro needs to do more or not, Pirro's effective because he knows his role, and he's always in and around, in and amongst the chances, the deflected shots. He's there, and he's there to pick up any scraps, and that's what he does. He puts the ball back in net, and I just feel like we attack with so much energy now, and when we play to a high tempo, he's always going to have a chance to score, and he's one of the people whose conversion rate's right up there. Sean says, my squad Harrogate will be Darlow, Byram, Gilavogi. Yeah, I forgot about him. My playing mate. DeBayo, Schmidt, Amps, Crew, Ramazani, Joffrey, Nonto, Bamford up top. Yeah, it'd be nice to see Joffrey have a go, actually, mate, but I forgot about Gilavogi. Yeah, I'd definitely play Gilavogi in that. I overlook the headless chicken stuff if Pirro scores. We're lucky as Leeds fans to have many good content creators. Yeah, Nige, we are, mate. I wouldn't say you are them, but I'm also a massive fan. 100%. 100%. I watch them all as well. I watch them all. 126k. What, 126k a week? Is that what he's on? Wow. Yeah, well, he's just not happening, but he's doing really well, isn't he? Hey up, Joe. Here he is. I wondered how long it was till you popped up, my mate. So who should start in the 10? Nonto. No. Joe. You were right anyway, weren't you? Rothwell's bloody shy. He's on bench now. Yeah, mate, Aaronson. The main boy, mate. The main boy. He's there on the wall, look. Training top signed. Yeah, Aaronson. You know what it is? Sometimes you can criticise people for the current form. It made good content on your channel, to be fair. It was good. It was good back and forth. But yeah, I've always liked Aaronson. Do I think he's the best number 10 in the world or even the best in this division? No, I don't, if I'm honest. Do I think he's effective? 100%. Do I think he should start? 100%. I'd like to see rotation in there. But I tell you what, his numbers, he got 7 goals now. 7 goals. That goal today was fantastic. I tell you what, Joe, he is missing, at least 1 or 2 a game. One especially, where you're thinking he should be hitting target. He's in the right areas. The ball drops to him in box quite a lot and he skies it over. He isn't the most clinical of 10s. I don't feel like he gets enough assists for a 10, but then last week, Stoke game, Boxing Day, brilliant ball, as we spoke about on your instant match reaction. Pirro puts it away. I wanted to see that more in his game. The goal, like today, fantastic, took it so well. What a finish that was. But his movement, like we always say, never question his movement, the way he runs around and pressurises, looks at gaps. He tends to sometimes just finds no one around him. He's so good at seeing space and moving into it. Untouched, unscathed, and what a finish. I didn't think he had that composure. We saw it, Portsmouth, first game of the season, lacked a bit of composure in certain areas. We've seen it multiple times, but I feel like at the time, I do feel like he needed to come out. He had a spell of 3 or 4 games where he didn't look at it. I feel like he's spiked again now. His performance level's gone up again without being rested, which I didn't think was going to happen, pal. I thought to get this level of performance off Brendan Aaronson, 20-odd games into the season, he'll have had to have a period out of the team with a bit of rotation. He hasn't had that. Yeah, he's now one of his top performers. This last 3 or 4 weeks since Middlesbrough game, I think he's been fantastic. And right now, but you'll still say, Joe, I'm sure you'll still go out and get a 10. Something you've always professed, even though he's one of your favourite players and you think he's having an outstanding season. You've always said we should still go get a 10. I don't think that changes. Form isn't always permanent, but right now, he's one of the first names on the team sheet. I can't deny it. What a performance these last few games it's been by him, pal. I'm made up for him because what a nice kid he is as well. You know what I mean? He's a lovely kid. He really is, yeah, I know. Stirring that pot. Hello, what a day up on the Leeds Bros. What a day indeed, mate. If Carlsberg did days, this would be right up there for us, wouldn't it, pal? Mixture of emotions. Stick a like, subscribe, please. Much appreciated. 500 today. Me and only Leeds Bros. Absolutely buzzing. But if we go up, I hope we can still play our own game, but we'll likely be obliged to play more on the counter. Yeah, I think this side would be great on counter. I've said it for away games. In past, we should maybe look at setting up like that. Farker don't do it, and that's fine. We keep possession. In this league, we're good enough to play like that. In the Premier League, with a few more quality additions in there, it wouldn't be a bad way to set up away from home, 100%. Johnny, I think Darlow, Byram, DeBayo, Gilavogi, Schmidt, maybe. I'd give a couple of youngsters a go. Me too. The top man, Joe, is here. Yeah, you know it. Absolute legend.
He's just bantering me. I can see something about my sister. He's just absolutely bantering me. What's this? I asked your sister to get you that knew you were coming around to the correct decision. I wouldn't put it past you either, mate. Yeah. Yeah, it's class. Absolutely class. Like I say, I think it's funny that she keeps bigging me up, saying, "Oh, you're doing really well." She clearly hasn't watched my show. She clearly has never tuned in, but I love her. Just Willie R. Solomon. Yeah. A lot talking about the FA Cup game. Big up, Joe, mate. Hope you're well. Proper banter when it comes to Aaronson. I love it though, Joe. I absolutely love it, mate. Joe's testing the opposition. He realises he's up to his game subjectively low. Yeah, Jervis L. Bunny, Brendan. Yeah, we all know what he can do. His energy levels are, just no one can touch him for that. But I tell you what, on the ball, massive improvement this last month. Massive improvement. Michael, the issue Leeds have in this division is that Leeds had everyone's cup final, hence teams are raising their levels of concentration and performance more so, than they do against Burnley and Sheffield. Yeah, I touched this before. Farker touched on it, didn't he? His press conference a week or so ago. It's something that you want as a Leeds fan. It means we're important. It means people are nervy of playing us. It means when someone raises a performance because they're playing you, it's a massive confidence boost to you doing something right. You're a massive club. If no one give a shit about you, who you're supporting, do you know what I mean? It's one of them where, like when we say, as best players, a link moves away, as best players go away on a national duty, all these problems that you have, you want these problems because it means you're a top club. It means you've got top players. It means you're relevant. You're not just a nobody. You're not just someone just making the numbers up. We're not. We want to be front and centre, like Joe says. We're there. We're there to be shot at because we're the big dog. The big fish in the pond, the big dog. We're Leeds United. And whether people like that or not, say it's arrogant. We are Leeds United. We are massive. As history speaks for itself, and sometimes as the 11 people that cross that white line and play on that green pitch at Ellen Road haven't been good enough for Leeds United. For that shirt, for that badge, for that club. We can all talk about the club, but the team has to match the club's ambitions. And now we've got it. We had it under Bielsa to a degree. He went on, did great things. We've got it again now under Farker, and bit of positivity there. We're only talking 3 or 4 weeks ago, but there were people still asking for Fark out. Whether you agree with Fark's tactics or not, I think he's good enough for going forward. It's all working now. It's all working. Every decision he's making currently is working. Whether you agree Rothwell comes out and Ampadu comes in, it works. We come away with 3 points. Rothwell's rested, ready to go again at Blackburn. Everything he's doing now, everything he touches, turning a goal for me at a minute. Young kids are always good pros. Yeah, true. Michael, I think may help us next season. Not letting our standards drop. Yeah, Aaronson has a younger brother who is meant to be better potentially. Yeah, his name eludes me now. I remember watched a bit of him on YouTube and he looked worldy like they all do on YouTube. Wouldn't take much, Andy. If you want to be bad, you'll always be fighting. You would take it in your stride, yeah, 100%. Diglett, I want to win the league just so I can see Aaronson proud of holding the trophy above his head would be magic. Yeah, a lot of people, had to ask that. Joe's even said it, and I understand. You take second now if someone offered you it. I'm probably talking shit saying I wouldn't because I believe he'll win league and I want to see his win league. I'm sure everyone else does, but I probably would take second if you offered it now. But with COVID winning and all that, I really want that moment to be. I don't think it'll ever be as sweet. I think we'll win it this time. It ain't going to be as sweet as that moment. That was unbelievable. But we couldn't really celebrate it properly. I know we still did to a degree, but it weren't a normal celebration. It was under, nervy times, shit times. That win sort of got us through it, made it probably not as shit. But I want top spot. I want to win trophy. I want to see him parade around Ellen Road. I want the players to have that moment. So for me, I want to go for it. I think we should go for it. I think if we finish outside top 2, it's a failure, even if we went up via Wembley, which won't happen. But if we did, I'd say that was a failure because we are by far the best side in the league. But I would love us to go win that league. I would love it, especially when we're fighting with Sheffield United for it as well. It's not as big a rivalry in our front as it is for them. Obviously, we've got bigger rivals in a higher division to worry about, hopefully, next year. But if we lose out to Sheffield United, it won't feel good. It won't feel good, regardless of going up. You got to look at it like that. I'd take it, yeah, I would. Because then we'll worry about it in Prem and we'll probably batter them and get 6 points guaranteed next year. But yeah, I want him to win league and I want him to win it well. Andy wrote, any news on Harry Gray? Is he back to his best? Another rumour to be better. I think he's supposed to be back in New Year, mate. So I don't think he's far off, maybe a month or 2. But yeah, I don't think you'll see him play for us this season. But it's one of them, innit? We could end up being too high in terms of as a Premier League side for some of these youngsters like Charlie Crew. We think he might be a decent player. Is he going to play in Prem? Will Harry Gray play in Prem? You stay down again another year. Harry Gray probably gets minutes next year. It's an hard, isn't it? But too much money involved, too much pressure to just be giving kids runs inside for the sake of it. But I've heard he's supposed to be absolutely class as Harry Gray. So hopefully he's someone we can bring through, pal. I saw the players lift the cup on the bus under Bielsa. Yeah, still weren't great times though, with COVID, mate. But yeah, I know they still did some outside Ellen Road, but I want to see it in Ellen Road. I want to be in the stands with them parading it round. Hope you're well too, Danny. And yeah, all good, rubber. Sheffield United are the best of our rivals this season. Yeah, they are, mate. They are. Burnley are very poor to watch on the eye, but they get the job done. I don't like Parker, but he's effective in this division. Poor as anything in division above. In this division, he's great though, and he knows how to get wins just like Farker does. But Farker's got if he gets backed, I think Farker will do okay in Prem. I think Farker's a low end Premier League manager. I think he can get us up. I think he can consolidate us, and then maybe then in life sometimes you've got to pass the baton on to someone else, haven't you? And we'll see. But right now, for where we are, I absolutely love Farker. I absolutely love this side. I absolutely love this fucking channel. I absolutely love every single one in my chat. I love Darren and Dillo at Only Leeds Bros. I love Joe. I love everybody. I'm all full of love, no hate. Absolutely made up. What a Christmas. What a day. Fucking class, are we? Absolute class. Let's be fair. Look at my name. Imagine not being Leeds. Honestly, I say it all the time, but imagine not being Leeds. Like, no one else knows it. It's just, what a feeling being Leeds. Fuck me. It's just can't be matched. Parading round will only happen if we're champions before our last home game, because last game's away at Plymouth, mate. I think we win the league a few games early anyway, if I'm honest, Danny. I do. If we're going to win league, I don't think it comes down to wire. Not now. I may change your mind. We'll see. But you know me, when I'm optimistic, I am well optimistic. Sometimes I can be a little bit down and negative, but not now. Not now we're winning away from home. There's not to be fucking nervy about now. All what we are up against each week is a wake-up call. 5 years ago, Stoke were meant to be dogs bollocks, go straight up until they met us. Staying in that league, you end up with the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, 100% you do, mate. 100%. Some people prefer Championship, don't they? You know, I could say I don't want to go to Prem and lose every week or struggle every week. I love this division, but ultimately, if you stay in this division 3-4 years, you get diluted, don't you? And you end up being a shit team in this league as well. So you haven't got no choice to push the boat out and try and get up, and then worry about it when you're up there. But yeah, yeah, that's true about Stoke. Reason to be cheerful. I would love to see our club back in the Premier in European comes to Philip Anderson. That is the dream, pal. It's what we're all hoping for. I think it comes down to the last 2 games of the season, Danny. Yeah, well, to be fair, mate, I like a bit of jeopardy. I like that tonight. I started getting butterflies about 60 minutes. I'm getting excited. I like a bit of jeopardy in sport. I don't want it to be a foregone conclusion that you're winning. I don't. So yeah, part 3. How early, Matty? Come on, stick your neck on the line, lad. Mate, we win league by 7 points. And we don't get beat at Ellen Road till the rest of the season. Might draw 1 or 2. But we don't lose another game at home. And we win league by 7 points for me. That's what I'm going with it, pal. Not sure if 49ers can do that, but let's wait and see. But I still love lower league, and we'll watch it even when we're in the Prem. Really, I won't, to be fair. You know what it is? I don't watch the Prem now because we're in Championship, and I won't watch the Championship when we're in Prem. It's one of them. I watch Match at Day now and again, but when we were in it, I watched it all the time. But I only sort of focus on Leeds, really, so I don't tend to watch much football. I used to watch football all the time, but with kids and work and all, and now this, I don't really watch much football outside just Leeds United. So yeah, I don't really watch much Prem. Just I see scores, I see highlights. But yeah, it'll be the same when we go up. I won't watch Championship then. Hull won today. Mental. Clip it up, lads. Hey, clip it up, Sean. Clip it up, mate. I ain't bothered. I make myself look a fool most days anyway. Clip it up. We could lose Wednesday. Mate, we aren't losing at Blackburn. We ain't losing at Blackburn Wednesday. I think we slap them. I'm going 3-0, you know me. I'll go 3-0. I'm with you, Matty. Too right. Only watch the Prem when scum get it. Yeah, I make sure I watch them games. Right. An hour and a half. Yeah, I haven't really touched on game much. Aaronson scored. Pido set him up. We look fantastic. First half, unreal. Second half, not as good. Effective. We get 3 points. Back-to-back games, won away from home. Leeds are now winning away from home.
everyone else must be absolutely bricking it because home form's never in doubt. Right now, it's never in doubt. That away form has only been the negative I've been able to say. It's had me nervous for the last couple of months. One win in a couple of months ain't good enough for this side. That's two in a week, 2 in 4 days after 1 in 8 weeks. Look at us go now. Look at us go now.
2 for 7 to lead, win the league, 1 to 16 promotion. Look at that. I gamble. I'm not a betting man, but I know their bookies odds, and I know that's massive. And they ain't daft on the pal. Great stream, Matthew. Keep them coming. Cheers, Mum. Nearly as cocky as Joe there, Matty. Nice one, Matty, ladies and gents. Thank you, Herbert. Class stream, brother, as always, but thank you. Third away form. Are we in third now? Yes. Come on, from 8th. Come on. Look at that. Top in away home form, third in away form. Absolutely buzzing. Thanks so much for everyone who's subscribed. If you're watching this now and you haven't, please stick a subscribe on my channel, please. Anyone watching later, please do the same. Over 500 subs now. I'll just keep growing, hopefully, keep pushing, keep trying to make the content fresh, keep trying to get you guys involved in chat. Absolutely love the interaction. Thanks so much. And yeah, I'll see you just before Blackburn game for a preview for that. Oh, wow. Feels like every couple of days I'm on here doing something similar. But yeah, thanks so much. Love you all. Smash a like. See you next time. What's this? Get through last few. Sometimes it's not worth reviewing a post-match. It's the future that matters. Yes, very true, mate. Very true. Andy, take care. Thanks for tuning in. Good night, you a lot. Thanks, everybody. Honestly, thanks so much. Take care, everyone.